Hi friends, thanks for joining me today. We are going to make a folio to go inside of our folio. Well, actually it's a lap book, but it was supposed to be a folio. And you guys know I've told you that a couple of times so far. But I love the lap book, how it's turned out. It's fantastic. It's available in my Etsy shop. But until I do the flip through on it, you won't really be able to see it in its full grandeur simply from the photos on Etsy. But you know, I might go ahead and do a video to put up on there that might show more of it because it's pretty incredible. But at any rate, let's talk about what we're doing here today. And this is going to be a folio that we're going to do start to finish, and it's going to go in the springtime lap book, which is a design team project for Line Arrow. I'm using a kit that was created in a collaboration by Natalie of Line Arrow and also Cara Brandon Creations. I'll have the link to both of the kits in my description box. I'll also have the link to Natalie's YouTube channel and Cara Brandon Creations YouTube channel. You know, I'll do the @ sign with their name. So if you click on that, it'll take you straight to their channels. The cover that you saw in the beginning, the very beginning of this video, is the cover of this little folio that we're making. Now I'm working with some vintage dictionary pages, and I am folding them. I'm putting some small pockets in them, and then I'm also covering them with napkin, as you can see here. I'm using glue stick for the glue, for the adhesive between the paper and the napkin, and glue stick works great with napkin in case you did not know that. I'm going to go ahead and tear the napkin, which by the time you see this screen here, I've already done that. I'm going to fold it over this side, and it's got that torn edge, and I just think that looks so pretty. Here is the first dictionary page. It's got the 2 pockets in it. It's covered with napkin. I think it looks great. I've been trying to get creative with folding paper lately. No origami going on over here, but just trying to create interesting pockets without cutting. And so for this dictionary page, I'm going to go ahead and glue down a corner piece, and then I'm going to have a tall, skinny pocket on this page. These pages are ready to be covered by napkin, but since you've seen me do that and you know I work with a glue stick and all of that, I'm just going to go ahead and put this in fast speed. I'm going to glue these dictionary pages together now, and that way they can unfold several times. So you'll open a page and then you'll be able to open a flip. I would be happy to give you guys exact instructions on how I decided to do this and exactly what I'm doing, but I truly was winging it, and I was just playing with the papers and seeing how they would unfold. So I apologize that I can't really give you specific instructions on this, but you can see at the first crease of one of the pages that we created, I'm gluing down the other dictionary page. That created a three-way or a three-sectioned piece, as you can see here. Now I'm going to add the other dictionary page. I'm going to glue down the part that does not have napkin on it, because why cover up the beautiful napkin that we put on? So if the first one is in three sections, I'm gluing this piece down on that third section. Now that that's done, I'm going to show you how this will sort of open and close. I'm not even going to try to explain it to you. I'm just going to let you visually see how it works. One of the folds is not in the exact place that I want it, so you can see here I'm simply adjusting it. I think we're off to a really good start for this folio. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some other pages. I've got some pretty 8.5 by 11 papers that I had dyed. I dyed them in sort of a gray color palette, and I'm going to go ahead and just tear this to size. I'm going to do the tearing because I like the texture of the torn pages. I'm doing the same thing with a piece of vintage music paper. I feel like I want to add another flip to this, so I'm going to go ahead and use this envelope. I'm trying to cut like a little notch in it so that whatever I stuff inside of it, I can sort of get to it so I can pull it in and out easily. I am going to go ahead and adhere this to the edge of the cover of the folio. I'm folding the edges of the envelope down. Even though I cut it a little bit, I'm still going to fold the edges down because this is a very tight envelope. And I don't want anyone to have to struggle to get the ephemera out of there. Since it's a window envelope, I need to create something pretty that will show through the window. So we're going to work on that right now. We're going to make a tag that's going to slide in there. I have some scrap from some of the pages that I've used inside of the actual journal, and so I'm going to use a piece of that, rounding the corners, adding another layer on top of that. I've had this purple thread on my desk. It's maybe like embroidery floss. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's purple and it's pretty. And you know, I think I want to add some texture to this tag, but in a different way than I normally do. When I'm adding texture, I'm usually using fabric, but I've decided I'm going to go ahead and wrap this around the existing tag and then add another piece on top of it. We are going to top that off with a butterfly embellishment, and then we're going to see if it fits in the envelope. It fits great, so let's go ahead and get our pages together and think about sewing this little signature in. I'll show you real quick how I sew in a signature. It's very simple when it's just one signature and it's on something small like this. You can use clips to hold your papers in place if you want to, but you don't have to when it's something this small. So you just pop a hole in the center. You can use an awl or a pokey tool. And then I just take my needle and I put it there to hold everything steady. Create your second hole. Then you'll pull your needle through and then put it through the second hole. Then you're going to create a third hole. In this case, it's going to be at the bottom. Once that's done, I'm going to push the needle through that. I'm going to pull it tight. And then I'm going to go through the center hole one more time. Pull the needle up. Then you want to make sure you have a piece of your thread on each side of the center. That way when you go to tie your knot, that piece of thread in the center will sort of catch that knot and it won't pop through. I always do a triple knot. You can do a double, but I always just like to do a triple knot. And then generally I will press down on that knot with something just to sort of meld the waxes together. I learned that a long time ago, and somebody said that it helps for the knot to, not come undone. Now it is time to embellish the cover and the envelope, and I'm going to go ahead and use some of the cut ephemera from the kit. The window side of the envelope is a bit plain, so we're going to go ahead and embellish that too. I have chosen to also add some fabric to this. Well, let's have a look at our completed folio. I hope that you have enjoyed this project, and you will see this folio again inside of the little golden book turned lap book, and the flip through of that will be coming up soon. Thanks for watching. See you soon.